Welcome to Strategic Customer Relationship Management. I'm Nance Rosen, delighted to be your guide as you master the concepts and skills in this course. Customer Relationship Management, known as CRM, ranks among the top 5 priorities of 80% of companies polled by Bloomberg Business Research. That means you have a significant chance of being a great match for employment or promotions in many organizations, since as a student of CRM, you will gain an understanding of the theory and application of this mission-critical mindset and skill set. That is, you are oriented to systematically attract and retain profitable customers. In the most fundamental sense, a customer is someone who buys something from a company. Let's say you work for that company. In the strictest sense, buying means they give you money for goods or services. Of course, not all customers get things from you by exchanging a nation's recognized currency. For example, when I fly on Delta Airlines, I use frequent flyer miles that I've accumulated through purchasing other companies' products and services. I accumulate free mileage because I use an American Express credit card sponsored by Delta. That means that although Delta doesn't receive any money in exchange for flying me from Los Angeles to New York, I still get to ride their airplanes. In fact, I can take a bag for free because I'm a silver medallion flyer, meaning I spend a good bit of money using my Delta Amex. Plenty of people collect mileage by using airline-sponsored credit cards or for paying for flights and getting mileage in their frequent flyer accounts. Many people don't use their mileage because it's inconvenient to redeem them, or they don't have enough miles to actually fly to a destination they like, or a seat isn't available for mileage holders, or their blackout dates, or the mileage holders simply forget to use their miles. When a customer fails to use mileage, that increases the profit from these customers. Can you see the conflict within this relationship? On the one hand, miles are meant to reward loyal customers, to make them feel special, smart, and valued. On the other hand, loyal customers using mileage hurt the corporate objectives of greater revenue, profit, and value. In your own experience with brands and companies, you may already be sensitive to what being a customer means in different environments. For example, riding on a plane means you're putting your safety and comfort in the hands of trusted strangers, unless you personally know the pilot, the people who built the plane, the attendants who would help you down a chute in case of emergency, and the people who made the pretzels or other airline cuisine. When you buy a new hairbrush at the local pharmacy like a Walgreens or variety goods retailer like Target, you aren't trusting all that much, and hopefully the visit doesn't take a couple of hours to be in the store or on the website. So being a customer in as many places as you go during a day, week, month, or year will come in handy as you begin to expertly evaluate what customers are doing, what they want in exchange for their money, time, and attention, and how they want to be engaged, which is the purpose of our course. From the company's point of view, we want to learn which customers deserve a lot of value and added value when we engage them, and which customers should get less, and perhaps which customers we simply cannot afford to serve at all. By looking at purchase versus use, well, that highlights what customers are really doing, even though companies are often interested only in the purchase behavior. When you travel by airplane, you purchase a ticket in advance and use the services for hours sitting in the purveyor's location. Use is a far larger portion of customer involvement than the purchase stage. During air travel, the company has to serve you for hours. If something goes wrong, they're on the spot, hopefully. By contrast, when you buy toiletries or a book or download music from a retailer, you go to the location or website for a short time. Then you use the products away from the location. Now, it's easy to see that purchase and use are two different parts of the customer experience. When the product use goes badly, like in setting up or watching cable or satellite TV, the customer is forced to sit through voicemail as they try to get tech support. Lots of customer behavior takes place outside the purveyor. Search for sellers, shopping among the competitors, and decision-making are other aspects of the customer experience. In CRM, we are intent on making all of these easy, convenient, speedy, and even fun, so customers will come back, which is retention, and refer more customers to us. In a transaction-oriented company, behaviors that occur before, during, or after the purchase aren't attended to in the same way they are in a relationship-oriented company. Transaction-oriented companies often want as little human involvement as possible, minimizing contact. The focus is on getting the money and getting products and services out. Think about an experience you've had at an ATM. That's the automated teller machine, often outside a bank that's filled with people. It costs money for a bank to have a human teller serve you. But on the other hand, when you encourage customers to come into the bank, they can see signs offering loans, promotions, sign-ups for new types of accounts, and financial services like setting up trusts or investment vehicles. So a transaction mentality is profitable on the one hand because it costs less. However, the true cost may be the opportunity cost. Whereas you could have engaged the customer to purchase more things during the visit, you don't. And you lose the potential sales to competitors who do woo, court, or coddle your customers. In a relationship-oriented company, you are seeking to get as much share of wallet as appropriate. That is, you are trying to capture as much money as possible on as many products or services that you could possibly sell for as long as possible. A relationship is hard work, as famously described by the actor Ben Affleck as he accepted a director award and acknowledged his wife, the actor Jennifer Garner. As he said, "It's the best kind of work." People and companies that are relationship-oriented are considerate of those they're connected to. They're thoughtful, making it enjoyable to return and engage over and over. You may have a hairstylist or barber who's a great conversationalist and whom you tell all your problems like you would a therapist practically. You have the sense that they care more about you than just the money you pay for the haircut or color. That may or may not be true, but we know that customer retention is often reliant on the service person or website remembering what's been going on with the customer. For example, Amazon.com reminds you what you purchased on past visits and recommends other media in the same genre. It lets you know what other people like that you've purchased. And Amazon goods arrive in a box with a smile on it. As you go about your day and this week, look at all the environments where you treat other people transactionally, that is, as if this one encounter is the only one you're likely to have. For example, you walk by a stranger and say hello. Another example might be when you walk into a restaurant and the host or hostess takes your reservation and seats you. Register the fleeting encounter, how it feels, and consider the impression you probably made and the impression you got of the other person. At the same time, look at all the environments where you treat other people relationally. That is, as if this one encounter is part of a series. For example, if you work in an office with a staff or you're at the restaurant with a friend or family member, register how it feels to be with someone you know and who knows you equally well. Consider what you say and do, given you know you'll continue to be in a relationship with them, perhaps for a long time. My goal is to help you see and feel the difference between transactions and relationship behavior. And with that sensitivity, begin to look at how a company treats customers and how that looks and feels, because encounters often predict how profitable our companies will be.